Alright, we're finally doing it, man. These downpipes from ARM are finally going in to the M3. It's my first BMW ever, never did downpipes, and fingers crossed it's not that bad. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but these are Catless, but both of these downpipes do have resonators. Now, typically I feel like what people do is full Catless, non-resonated downpipes, but I low-key got convinced by you guys. A lot of you guys are saying, get the Catless downpipes, but with the resonators. Did some of my research, and comes out that ARM sells one of the best resonated downpipes for these cars. They should help with the tone. Kind of curious how it's gonna sound. I'm honestly kind of scared that it might be a little bit too quiet. I literally don't know. I have no idea. I have no experience with M3s or installing downpipes and all that. Since they do have resonators, I'm a little bit scared that it might be too quiet. But worst case, we can always just take these off and then, you know, get a different set of downpipes and put them on the car. For now, we'll go and test these out. I'm very, very excited. Heard a lot of good things about ARM. Super high quality. These look really good. Got little flex pipes. Got a flange. I believe it goes on this end. Yeah, and then the bolts go through. I forgot how much these downpipes were. I believe in the 400s range, but I go ahead and put it right here on the screen how much I paid for these. Last video, we actually tuned the M3 with MHD. So fun, feels much better, it sounds better. That cold start roar is crazy. Got the burbles and everything, all the fun stuff. So if you guys have not seen that video, be sure to check it out. But yeah, I'm very excited for today's install. The only thing that I have done to the car is the ARC Performance DTS Catback. Open the hood, got the Horizon Motorsports front mount intakes, as you can see through the grills. And that's what we get, intakes and exhaust. I've been having a ton of fun with the M3, but the thing I feel like that's lacking with this car is the noise. It's just like a little bit too quiet for my liking. So with these downpipes, obviously, hopefully fingers crossed, it makes a world of a difference. So yeah, after today, fingers crossed, this car should sound way better than how it sounds right now. I had to pick up some tools to do this job because I'm a Subaru guy. You know, I never had to deal with certain type of sockets until now. The E-Torque set, need these for, I think, the charge pipe. So it's kind of like a star socket. Hey, I never had to deal with it with the Subaru world, but now since I got an F80, I gotta get these sockets. Got some of those, got some gloves, did a little Harbor Freight run. So I watched like, I wanna say like 10 different installs on these downpipes, just so I can get an idea of how it's gonna be. I heard that these like swivel wrenches, these ratcheting swivel ones, help a lot. You need a 13 mil for the downpipe, so got a 13 in here. So I think I got everything I need. Got our cold brew, can't go wrong, man. Got our bagel to go. Look at this piece of art. Oh my god. Let's do these downpipes. All right, gonna be working in the engine bay first. A couple things you have to do based on all the tutorials that I've watched. Take off this carbon fiber brace, take off this intake right here. Good thing is I do have the silicone one, so we should be able to just like bend it back. If you have the stock one, the big stock box, then that's gonna have to come off. Take off the 2 charge pipes, then we can pull off this plastic cover. Then we'll be able to unplug the O2 sensors. The O2 sensor wires are actually under this plastic. All that work just to unplug 2 O2 sensors. So yeah, let's go and do that first, and then we'll work under the car and move on to the downpipe. Progress has been made. It's been about like 10 minutes, I want to say. So we took off a lot of the stuff. We took off the intake piping, took off the plastic cover, the 2 charge pipes, and now, as you can see, we have the O2 sensor wires exposed, which is this wire right here. There's like 2 plugs right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's one O2 sensor, and there's another one behind it. You guys can't really see it. Unplug those 2, free them from these little metal clips, and from then on, the top end of work is done. As you guys saw, we took off that skid plate, whatever, so pretty much exposes the downpipe. Just like that, mid pipe is off. Went ahead and took off this black shielding as well. This pretty much covers like this whole area. Since we took that off, we can see second set of O2 sensors. It's crazy. This car has four O2 sensors. So now we have access to unplug those two right there. We're getting there, guys. Next is literally removing the downpipe and the O2 sensors. That's all we have to do. O2 sensors are all unplugged. There's like a lot of like metal brackets. A lot of it is just like hooked up here. So just make sure you just free the wires from any metal brackets you see. Watching it on video doesn't really give the full experience, but when you're down here doing it yourself, you'll see how it's just attached in all these metal places. So make sure everything's free. I finally got all of the wires not hooked up anywhere, not secured on any metal brackets. Now it's just time to unscrew the downpipes. Like I said, we went to Harbor Freight, got these life-saving 13 mil swivel wrenches, because if you look deep in there, there's a 13 mil, that's a V-band that connects the downpipe to the turbo. And the other one is right here somewhere. Let me see if I can, and there you go. There it is right there. Two 13 mils that hook up to the turbo. Let me see if I can figure this out right now. Yeah, these are one of those installs where it's gonna be very hard to film. I'm just gonna have the camera down, try to get this done, because I really wanna hear what this car sounds like with the downpipes. Filming this process makes everything like 2 times longer. It's not really a how-to, but let me see if I can figure this out. But yeah, wish me luck, guys. Alright, I'm loosening one. Yeah, it definitely helps having that swivel. One bolt, I think you have to like pry it off because clamp might be a little bit seized on. Alright, this one wasn't that bad. This small downpipe, check it out, it's a little baby. Put this one aside. I heard this is one of the hardest parts, removing the long downpipe because it barely fits. Oh, I think I got it. Hold on. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yes. Not bad. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Here it is. Yes. Freaking long O2 sensor. What the heck? We're low-key getting there, man. I was like really second guessing doing this job, but I was like, you know what, let's just try it out. It seemed kind of overwhelming like on videos, like watching all those like how-tos, but honestly it's not too bad. In your own space, just chilling, it's actually not that bad. It's low-key a vibe. Yeah, to avoid any of mixing up these O2 sensors, we're just gonna do one by one. This one goes to there, this one goes here. All right, y'all, I'm about 4 hours into this install. Okay, I was gonna show you guys. I got the downpipes in. It was way easier to put in versus taking them out. I heard you tighten the V-bands last. It might throw off the fitment on your exhaust. I've just been working on putting my mid-pipe on, so I got everything loosely on. As you can see, it's not tightened whatsoever. So everything's, trying to get everything lined up. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten all these mid-pipe stuff, and then after, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten the V-bands. Got all the bottom O2 sensors all plugged in, back in its original place. Some of these, the locations of the O2 sensors are a little bit different than the OEM downpipe. So with that being said, some of the wires kind of just like free balling it, bro. Chilling over there. Majority of it is like put in this OEM area, but some like over here is just kind of doing its thing. But yeah, let's go ahead and tighten all these, and fingers crossed all the fitment is good. All right, y'all, it's been a while since I picked up the camera, but I low-key kind of locked in and just like put everything back together. Got the 2 charge pipes, the intake is back on. Under here, we plugged in the 2 O2 sensors back there. 5:30, so it took me about like 5-ish hours. Honestly, like watching all the installs, I was kind of like hesitant. I was like, I don't know if I should like take it to the shop. But I was like, you know what? Let's just do the install. For a first time doing downpipes, it's honestly not too bad coming from a freaking Subaru owner. This is always the freaking nerve-wracking part, bro. Just starting your car up for the first time after working on it, especially, you know, doing engine exhaust stuff. So yeah, let's do it, man. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. All right, y'all, let's do it, man. First cold start. it was crazy loud. Gonna let it warm up for a little bit and then we'll give it some revs. That is so loud. Oh my gosh.
It sounds like a BMW.
What? I know, dude. Yo, like, this is loud, but I low-key, I was waiting for my M3 to sound like, have that true M3 rasp, you know what I mean? I feel like, yeah, like a lot of people don't like the raspy noise from S55s, but I feel like it just makes the M3 like an M3, if that makes sense. I kind of want to hear it from the outside.
It definitely sounds better. You want me to rev it?
Yeah, low-key, low-key. Oh. Dude, the pops? Oh, I keep doing it? Crazy. Bro, that sounds so good, low-key.
That was under 3,000.
I think the resonated downpipes are the move. Because these have resonators. They're Catless, but it's resonated. Because people typically do full Catless, non-resonated.
That sounds like shit.
Yeah, it's too, like, sometimes too raspy. But everybody in the comments were like, get the resonated ones.
Yeah.
And these are weird. It's like deep, but it's raspy. It's kind of both. Like deep and raspy, if that makes sense. Damn, bruh.
Can't wait to hear it on the road.
I know. That's crazy, man.
Bro, the downshift is crazy.
I know the downshifts. Oh my gosh. So if you guys watched last video, we just did stage 1. So we tuned it with stage 1. I've yet to do stage 2 yet. I still want to flash it over to stage 2. I heard stage 2 is crazy. So yeah, that's probably gonna be a separate video. But damn, so glad the freaking downpipes are in. I'm glad like I didn't take it to the shop too. Like it's low-key so rewarding, like just hearing it.
Is it easier than you thought?
Yeah, a little easier. Like watching the videos is kind of overwhelming, but like actually doing it, yeah. I don't know, I recommend, if you guys got some mechanical experience, I just recommend doing it yourself. It wasn't too bad. Now it's definitely way more rewarding, like knowing you installed the downpipes and then like starting it, hearing it. It's definitely worth it, all the work.